Hello, my name's Evan Lewis, and welcome back to Cincinnati Museum Center's Dance Party DIY, where we have in the past shown you how to make an incredible dance party accessory using things that you probably have in your own home, and then showed you some awesome dance moves to do with it. Now, however, so I know I said I used everything in my home. However, that statement is a bit overblown. I mean, it's mostly true, not telling tales that are tall. Just yesterday I made something from a piece of my wall, but desperate times call for desperate measures, so I had to do a fib to protect my treasures. Compendiums of knowledge not just good for their looks, so here are all the dance things I learned from old books. Let's start our journey with a bit of autonomy. Our first book is called The Pith of Astronomy. My very earnest mother just showed us a mnemonic. Most very early music just shows up nearly subsonic, but then she remembered that the sun is the first one, so many very excellent Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Constellations are shapes that are made out of stars. They are shaped like a man or a fish or some cars. I learned a lot about them, my cognition improved, but now I'd like to show off some lightsaber moves. I think it's certainly Fate, the book I pulled from the shelf. This whole series I've been guilty of Star Wars kidding myself, but I'm happy to do it because it brings me great joy to be a genuine, very cool lightsaber boy. Next up is a book I think your interest will pique. It's a collection of bona fide German mystique, because it's written in German, a language I don't speak, but I know it's all about plants, so let's take a peek. German plants. Furthermore, here's a book that isn't a book. I thought it was a book, then I took another look. It's a bunch of these crazy black flattened discs. Can you believe it? I thought books posed little risk of not being books, but I blame not but myself, so it's time to put this not book back on the shelf. I've just been informed that these discs are called records, and in ancient times they were magical treasures that when spun put the listener in a musical trance, so they might be the perfect thing to help us with dance. But first I'll need something called a record player. That I don't have one just adds another layer. But no need to worry, because I think I can make one, because homemade projects are 100% fun. I just need some paper, a pencil, and tape, a needle, rubber bands, and several small weights. Curl up your paper into a beautiful cone, then tape it to something that will remain prone. Pull the end of the cone and pass the needle through, making sure not to poke your finger as you do. Put your weight in the cone and thread the pencil through. The rubber bands are there to keep it from going askew. Now, all that's left to do is give your record a spin. Then the beautiful sounds will elicit a grin. Now, you shouldn't use this on records you care about. The needle could scratch it, that's certainly not in doubt, but you shouldn't use needles on anything that you care about unless you're sewing, mending, needle pointing, or thereabouts. Finally, this one's called Enjoy Your Gerbils, but complying with that presents significant hurdles because I don't let books tell me what to do anymore, and I have no gerbils, so you live on the floor. Enjoy your gerbils. And how dare you try to tell me how to live my life? You weren't there to help during pain and strife. You've lost all my trust. Our connection is moot. But on second thought, I guess gerbils are cute. These are all the dance things I learned from old books.